Hi everyone. On the night of January 7th, 2025, Los Angeles turned into a living hell. The sky, which normally glimmered golden under the city lights, burned red with uncontrollable flames. The infamous Santa Ana winds betrayed the city, accelerating the fire's spread to every corner. Within hours, thousands of homes, businesses, and towering structures, the very symbols of the city's grandeur, were reduced to ashes. The cries of despair mixed with the wailing sirens of fire trucks. People ran for their lives as the pitch-black sky, thick with smoke, turned every breath into poison. Los Angeles, the city of dreams, had become a sea of destruction. Amidst the chaos, a small mosque named Al-Hidayah stood in the district most severely affected by the fire. Modest in design, the mosque was almost unnoticeable among the tall buildings surrounding it. But on that fateful night, it became the center of attention for one astonishing reason. The mosque remained unscathed while the flames devoured everything around it. As the fire raged, several residents who failed to evacuate sought refuge in Al-Hidayah Mosque. Among them were Ali Ferris, a young volunteer, and Maria Sanchez, a mother clutching her two children. With fear gripping their hearts, they gathered in the mosque's prayer hall, praying fervently as the walls trembled from the heat outside. "We may not make it out alive," Maria whispered, her voice trembling as she clutched Ali's hand. Ali gave a faint smile, though his own heart was filled with dread. "Just pray," he replied. "God is with us." They prayed, seconds feeling like hours. When the fire finally subsided and morning broke, they stepped outside with mixed emotions. There, they witnessed a sight that left them speechless. Al-Hidayah Mosque stood tall and untouched, while every surrounding structure lay in ruins. News of Al-Hidayah Mosque spread like wildfire, not of destruction, but of hope, across social media and news outlets. Many called it a miracle. Scientists tried to explain the phenomenon. Maybe it was the wind's direction, the building's construction, or sheer luck. But for those who had sheltered inside that night, the answer was clear. It was a sign from God. In the days that followed, Al-Hidayah Mosque became a gathering place, not only for Muslims but also for non-Muslims seeking solace amidst the devastation. Mosques across the city transformed into emergency shelters, where imams, volunteers, and community members worked tirelessly to distribute food, water, and clothing to all in need, regardless of faith or background. "This mosque is proof that we must serve, not just worship," said Imam Yusuf, the leader of Al-Hidayah Mosque. "We are the servants of humanity, especially in their time of greatest need." The actions of the Muslim volunteers deeply touched many hearts. Rachel Myers, a renowned actress who lost her home in the fire, was among those moved by their compassion. One cold night, she received a warm meal from a young girl in a headscarf. Tears welled up in her eyes. "I thought I had lost everything," Rachel told a reporter. "But these people, they didn't know me, they didn't ask what religion I was. They just helped. I've never felt love like this before." Rachel began visiting Al-Hidayah Mosque frequently, drawn to the teachings that inspired such selfless acts of kindness. Just weeks later, Rachel made a decision that stunned the world. She embraced Islam in front of the mosque's community. "When my world fell apart, I found light," Rachel said in an interview that went viral. And that light was Islam. Rachel's story was just one of thousands. Increasingly, people were inspired by the compassion and unity displayed by the Muslim community during the crisis. A wave of conversions followed, with many drawn to the values of mercy and brotherhood. Tragedy had brought destruction to Los Angeles, but it also opened the door to an unexpected spiritual transformation. At the heart of this change stood Al-Hidayah Mosque, a symbol of hope amidst the ashes. As Los Angeles began to assess the damage caused by the catastrophic fire, the city faced a grim reality. 40% of its infrastructure was destroyed, more than 1 million people were displaced, and thousands of businesses were wiped out. The ruins of the city stood as silent witnesses to one of the greatest tragedies in recent U.S. history. But amid the gray ashes, a spirit of resilience began to grow. Strangely enough, the greatest source of inspiration came from a community that had long been overlooked, the Muslim community. The mosques across the city, which had once been seen solely as places of worship, transformed into centers of recovery. From the smallest neighborhood mosques to the largest, everyone mobilized. Imams, volunteers, and even Muslim youth worked tirelessly to rebuild hope. Ali Ferris, who had witnessed the miracle at Al-Hidayah Mosque, led a group of young volunteers who called themselves the New Light. They didn't just help clear debris, but also built temporary housing for the displaced. "We're not just building homes. We're rebuilding shattered souls," Ali said during an interview with a local television station. His words resonated deeply with thousands of viewers, and within a week, hundreds of new volunteers joined his team. In an emergency meeting between city officials and community leaders, a bold idea emerged: to rebuild Los Angeles as a city not only of modernity but also one rooted in spiritual values, sustainability, and solidarity. Muslim leaders played a significant role in shaping this vision, offering insights on how Islamic principles like justice, compassion, and sustainability could guide urban planning. With the support of architects and engineers from around the world, an ambitious plan took shape to transform Los Angeles into the city of the future. The Eternal Light Mosque. Built on the ruins of a skyscraper, this mosque became a symbol of rebirth. With its futuristic design and energy entirely powered by solar panels, the mosque served as both a spiritual hub and a center for technological innovation. Harmony District. An area once filled with luxury apartments was reimagined as an inclusive neighborhood with affordable housing, green parks, and community centers. Streets were named Rahmat Avenue and Ison Boulevard, serving as daily reminders of the city's new foundation. Global Islamic Education Center. The International Islamic University of Los Angeles became a beacon for students worldwide, offering courses in technology, science, and arts infused with Islamic values. This transformation wasn't limited to infrastructure. The spiritual awakening that began at Al-Hidayah Mosque spread like a fresh breeze throughout the city. Thousands of people embraced Islam every month, including individuals from unexpected backgrounds. Rachel Myers, the renowned actress who converted to Islam in Chapter 1, became one of the most prominent icons of this spiritual rebirth. She actively gave talks on how Islam had transformed her life. "I thought I had everything," Rachel said at an international conference held in Los Angeles. "But after the fire, I realized I had nothing but my ego. Islam taught me the true meaning of peace." Even Hollywood, once a symbol of materialism, began to change. Major studios started producing films with inspiring Islamic themes, breaking old stereotypes about the religion. The new Los Angeles became not only a symbol of America's resilience, but also a source of global inspiration. International conferences like the Future Cities of Islam Summit were regularly held in the city, inviting leaders from around the world to learn from its transformation. The economy, rebuilt with a foundation of Islamic finance principles, became a major attraction. Ethical investment models based on social justice brought billions of dollars from the Middle East and Asia, creating thousands of new jobs. At night, the domes of Los Angeles's futuristic mosques glowed softly, illuminating the city with their light. Streets were filled with people of all backgrounds living together without suspicion or hatred. Los Angeles, once a symbol of worldly glamour, had now become a lighthouse of spirituality and hope. That evening, Ali Ferris stood on the terrace of the Eternal Light Mosque, gazing at the beauty of the city he now proudly called home. Beside him, Rachel Myers smiled softly. "We've built something truly beautiful," Rachel said. Ali nodded. "From the ashes, we didn't just rebuild a city. We rebuilt hope,